I'm going to do a demo on assignment 1.1, and this is all about absolute coordinates. And so I'm going to go ahead and just scroll up a little bit in my workbook right here. So absolute coordinates are based on the UCS or the origin, and they can be used whenever a precise point is known. And the way to use that is to use this number sign x comma y. Okay, so if I go back here to my assignment, I can see that my origin is right here at 0, 0. And so this point, for example, is going to be 1 unit in the x direction and 1 unit up in the y direction. This point will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units in the y direction. I'm sorry, x direction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units in the y direction. So this point would be 7, comma 7. And so I can go ahead and populate this table here with the information. So if I'm starting here at 1, 1, this next point, this next known point would be 2, 1. So I could do 2, comma 1. And then this one here would be 3, comma 2. And so I can go ahead and finish filling this out. And once I'm done, I will take a snippet and I will paste it into AutoCAD. So it would be like this. And I would paste it right in here. And I'm pasting it using Control, holding down Control, and then clicking on V to paste that. So once again, Control, V, pasting a photo from this snip that I just created. I'm using my regular snipping tool on the computer. All right, and so to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and just populated that table, and then I pasted it in here. I'll delete this old paste, and I'm going to move this over. So if you have your AutoCAD with a pasted clip in here, you can select it and then you can do the move command by doing M spacebar, or you can find the move command right up here. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and just move that over here to the side. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to create this box on the outside. So this box starts at 0, 0, goes to 10, comma 0, 10, comma 7.75, and then 0, comma 7.75. All right, so I will use polyline. I'm going to do 0, comma 0. And then my next point is 10, comma 0. So I'm going to do the number sign and then 10, comma 0. Okay, and so this is much smaller than what I had up there. And so I'm going to now do, it's the number sign, 10, comma 7.75. And then I'm going to do the number sign and 0, comma 7.75. And then once again, the number sign and then 0, comma 0. And then I will press escape to now escape. I'm just going to move this down here. And I'm going to scale this because I want it to be smaller so I can more easily work here. So I'm going to select this picture. I'm going to choose scale. And I'm just going to specify anywhere really. So I will specify, oops. So scale. And then you can't really see it because it's white and the photo's white. But if I go down here, it's making it smaller. And then I'm just going to move that once again up here. Okay, so now I can, actually I'm going to scale it even more. Oops, that's too small. I will do Control Z to undo, and then scale. Okay, that's good and easy to see. I'll just go ahead and move that right over here. Okay, so now I'm going to start drawing this shape that I have in here. So I'm going to go to Polyline, and Polyline just creates lines that are made into one object. So if I were to select just this part of the line, that is one object. If I were to use the line command, these would be 4 separate lines. So either works, it's going to get you the same results. I just generally like to use polyline because it is easier for me to select things when it's just one. So I'm going to go to polyline once again, and now I'm going to start at 1, 1. So 1, 1, and that's going to start me right here, and then I'm going to do number sign, 2, 1, and I'm just going to continue to go down this list with my coordinates. So number sign, 3, 2. Oops, and I must have messed up somewhere. So I can, so I didn't put in the 3, 2. That's why I did that. And if you remember, I used polylines, so now I have one single line segment, but I can actually break that into 2 by exploding it. So I can do X for explode. And so now I did X and then spacebar. I have 2 separate line segments, and I can erase this one that is wrong. Okay, so I'll go back to polyline or line, whichever works. All right, and then the number is 3, 2. And then the number 4, 1. So I'm just going down my list and entering these numbers. So I'm right here now, or right over here. So the next one is number 2, 6. Number 2, 5. Let's see. 2, 5. Did that work correctly? Let's see. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where it should be, and it doesn't look like that. So let me go ahead and try that again. So I clicked on the endpoint, and now I will go back to 2, 5. So number 2, 5. There you go. And then number 3, 5. 3, 5. It's a little bit laggy. So I just went ahead and escaped. Number 3, 5. There we go. Number 3, comma 3. Number 1, comma 3. And then lastly, I need to go back to my starting point, so number 1, comma 1. And then escape. Okay, great. And so now I have created this shape using absolute coordinates. And I'm going to save this. I should have actually saved it earlier, but I'll go ahead and save it now. And I'm going to select my folder. So you can select your personal W drive if you are on the VMware, or you can select a folder on your computer. And so I'm going to go to my Design 301 folder and section 1. This assignment is absolute coordinates, so I'm going to name it 1.1 absolute coordinates underscore and then my initials, and then save. Okay, and then that is how you create assignment 1.1.